Hi, everyone. Welcome to Module 5. In this module, we'll continue our work on Project 1, which focuses on having a growth mindset. So in this module, you'll be asked to read the instructions for the Project 1 writing assignment, complete a research assignment, participate in a discussion, and complete a pre-writing assignment. You will see the instructions for our Project 1 writing assignment. Please note that this week we will begin planning the assignment. So you'll not be asked to develop the full assignment yet. We'll just begin planning some ideas. But after you plan ideas this week, you could go ahead and get a jump start on your assignment because we'll work on writing it next week. So you'll see with the Project 1 writing assignment choices that there are three options for you to choose from. The first is a one-page advertisement. It's a simple writing assignment, so it's shorter and simple, but it will require you to use text and images. The second choice is a PowerPoint or a Prezi presentation. And so this is a medium difficulty assignment. So it's a little longer and more difficult. It will require to use more technology such as PowerPoint or Prezi. Prezi is an online presentation website. Or the more challenging writing assignment is a narrative essay. And so this is the longest and most challenging, but will require the least amount of technology. And so you can choose which of the three options you'd like to complete. Start thinking about that this week so that next week when we put together our assignment, you'll be ready to develop it. Please note that you'll see a table that looks like this, and you should click on each area of the table, each one of the tabs, to read more about these choices. You'll see a Word document with some instructions. You'll also see an example assignment that relates to the choices. After you see the Project 1 writing assignment, you'll see that there is a research assignment due this week. And with the research assignment, there are three reading choices. You'll see those linked in the module. You're asked to choose two of those resources to read this week. And so with the two websites that you select, you'll be asked to complete a reading process, which will include making a prediction or your best guess of what the piece will explain, previewing or looking over the piece to get a sense of what it contains, and then answering some reading questions. The goal of this assignment is to learn more about the brain and to think about some examples that you could cite in your Project 1 writing assignment when you start developing it next week. And so you're going to learn more about how yoga can help our brains, how aerobic exercise can help our brains, and also some bad habits that we may want to avoid because they may hurt our brains. After completing the research assignment, you'll see there's a Module 5 discussion. And so with this discussion, there are three questions you can choose from. You're welcome to answer more than one, but you should choose at least one to answer. And think about your own experiences, think about what you've read this week in the research assignment. Think about if the information seemed new to you, or if what you read may be related to things that you already knew. And after you complete your first thread, then you're asked to post two responses. And so look at your classmates' ideas, explain whether you agree or disagree, note anything you think that's interesting that they're sharing, and you might also let them know what you think of when you read their posts. We're doing this because this is another way to help us plan ideas for our Project 1 writing assignment. And so as you're discussing at least one of these questions, you might get some suggestions from your classmates, or classmates might give you some suggestions, and maybe these are some ideas that you can use when you start putting your writing assignment together. Remember that your first post for the discussion is due on Thursday, and two responses are due on Sunday. And in your responses, we always want to be polite, use complete sentences, and we want to write detailed responses. Then you'll see the pre-writing assignment. This is when we're actually developing ideas that we think we might use for the assignment. You'll notice with this pre-writing assignment that there are the three topics, three choices for your writing assignment. And so make sure to choose at least one of the topics. If you're not quite sure which one you'd like to use for this writing assignment that you'll develop next week, it's okay to explore more than one of the topics. And so, for instance, maybe I would like to think first about how can we keep our brains healthy? right? What are specific actions that we can take to make our brains strong, right? What should we avoid to keep our brains healthy? It might be like our top 10 list of actions to complete, right? To protect our brains, keep them healthy. It could be examples from your own life, could be examples from things that you've read this week, but you're going to choose at least one pre-writing strategy and write for at least 10 minutes, write as much as possible in that time. So the first choice is to brainstorm or list ideas. So if you select brainstorming and you choose topic 1, you would just try to list as many ideas as you can think of, right, to answer these questions. Or if you choose free writing, you're writing in paragraph format and just writing as much as possible based on the questions for the topic you choose. Mind maps are where we have a circle in the middle of the page and we keep our topic in that middle circle, and then we branch out, draw a line and have another circle with an example, maybe a line off of that with more details. And so you're having a circle in the middle and then branching out to more and more ideas, as many as you can think of. In the module, you'll see some resources, some reading assignments that help you understand more about brainstorming, free writing, or clustering. But if you'd like any help with this assignment, feel free to contact me and we can work through it together. So again, there's 3 choices. The first, how can we keep our brains healthy? The second, what may cause someone to damage his or her brain? The third, how did or can you personally help your brain work better at a skill, such as math or learning a language or playing an instrument, etc. Right? You're choosing at least one of these topics and then choosing at least one pre-writing strategy to help you write as much as possible. As you're pre-writing, this is before we put our assignment together, you don't need to worry about spelling or grammar or punctuation. Really, this is just a way to get as many ideas as possible written down so that you can use them for your writing assignment next week when we develop it. If you do create a cluster map on a sheet of paper, if you do that by hand, it's okay to take pictures and submit pictures of your writing. So really the goal is just to develop as many ideas as we can for at least one of these topics. After that, you'll see the module checklist. And so make sure to check off the weekly tasks so you can be sure that you've completed everything that's assigned. And if you have questions, feel free to contact me. So I'd be happy to help you. I hope you have fun planning ideas this week and discussing what you've read with your classmates. Take care. Thank you.